Whoa, that was like the music, like knew that my starting soon screen was winding down and I was going to change to a different scene. It was perfect. It was perfect timing. It's incredible. Also, I just realized I did not check if my Switch. I always have to double check this before I get too far into my stream because I don't want to have to start my stream over if my capture card isn't working. So let me. Okay, wait, hold on. I know it came through my computer, but let me. Okay, hold on. Oh, awesome. Okay. Sweet. Checked it. It all checks out. It's great. So now we can officially start and I can say hello to everybody who's here. Look at this. We've got Trekkie, who was here like way early. We've got VT, we've got Salty, Gale, Wolf, Trekkie again, Cage, Alcondros, Mac. Oh my gosh. Look at you guys. Woo. My blanket is up hot. It's high. I think I need to turn it down a little bit. I was freezing earlier. To be totally honest, it's not as cold here as it was. It's up in it's like 51 Fahrenheit, which is a lot warmer than it has been. Yesterday, it never got above like 26 degrees Fahrenheit. So yesterday was really cold. I was just cold earlier, so I threw on my hoodie, but now I'm like, I got a heated blanket on me and now I'm feeling a little toasty. But it's good to see you guys. What was very quiet? My music? Or was that a command? Because it's never sure. Been out playing MC with the streamer for a while. Taking a break for a bit today. Good to see you. Always good to see you, Gail. Always excellent to see you, my friend. Oh, Dragon was quiet? Okay, hold on. What is Infinity Nikki? I've never heard, wait. I have heard of it and I don't know what it is. 11. Oh, Wolf, what time is your bedtime? I stayed up until 11 last night too. It was very, well, yeah, it was one of those days where like, okay, wait, is that an audio source? Yeah. Okay, Dragon. Oh yeah, that's really quiet. I don't know why that is so quiet. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try it again. I love the little like Mega Man music at the end. Is that better? It's supposed to be 9:30. I am dragging today. Well, that makes sense. I was up late last night too. I was up playing Horizon Zero Dawn, but hey, it's Hayes! It's funny you say that, Alcondros, because Andrew and I, we had this conversation yesterday about games and YouTube channel content and all that stuff. And Andrew looked up like, I don't even know what he looked up, but there was some list of video games that showed up on the, my child is playing, sitting on her tiny little potty. Whatever. And Mass Effect was one of them. It was on there. Minecraft was on there. The Witcher 3 was on there. Tons of Mario games were on there. I think Andrew just looked up top video games, like popular video games maybe, because we looked through all my YouTube analytics to see just kind of what people were watching / searching for. And all my top viewed videos are all Zelda. And then behind that is Metroid, weirdly, which there hasn't been a new Metroid game in a really long time. So that was kind of odd to me, but maybe it's because everybody's anticipating Metroid Prime 4. I'm not really sure. I don't have a lot of Metroid content, but after like Zelda / Tears of the Kingdom, and it's not videos where I'm talking about Zelda, like where I'm saying, these are my favorite bosses, or these were my favorite music things, or whatever. It's more, it's like actual moments from games, right? So my first Gleeok, my first Gloom Hands, my first Phantom Ganon, you know, all those types of, like the Floating Coliseum, all that type of stuff. It's all those things. And then of course the hailing king of all my videos is the finale. So any updates on the Majora's Mask video? Wait, what do you mean updates? Am I supposed to be making a Majora's Mask video? All of a sudden I'm panicking because I'm thinking maybe I did something wrong. Trekkie's like, those are rookie numbers. I stayed up late last night playing Horizon Zero Dawn. and I've reached the end of both storylines. So I've reached the very end of Frozen Wilds, and I've reached the very end. Well, I haven't returned to Meridian yet, so I don't quite remember how the quests pan out or how the storyline pans out, because I know there's something that happens in Meridian at the end, but then there's like a respite, and then you go to the final thing. It's not all in one, because you have to face off with one bad guy before you face off with like the world. So I'm right there. If I return to Meridian, everything's going to go crazy. So I haven't returned to Meridian yet. So I've kind of weirdly got myself on the precipice of these two final things. And I will be totally honest. I prefer the ending of the original story to the final battle in Frozen Wilds. The final battle in Frozen Wilds kicks my butt every time. I've never, ever been able to do it without dying at least 10 times. No matter what my build is, no matter how strong I am, no matter what weapons I have, no matter anything. It is so brutal. And so I'm trying to gear up, because the final quest in Frozen Wilds takes a while. And then the final quests in the main storyline take a while. And I only have the evenings to do that. And so last night I was just running around finding metal flowers and pigments and Banuk figurines and things like that. I'm pretty much done quest-wise, I think. Not that, oh, I can return to Meridian. Just don't go to sleep. Oh, I remember you sending me that video. I guess I must have misunderstood. I thought I was just supposed to be like, yeah, this is cool. I didn't realize I was supposed to do anything other than that. I thought it was fine. I got 2 Banuk weapons, but I don't want to do, I must not have, you know what? I must not have found all the blue gleam around then, because I don't have enough to buy the 3rd. I have the war bow and I have the hunter bow. I guess I don't have the sharp shot bow, but the sharp shot bow is slower. Anyway, so at night, I don't know what my problem is. Ever since I got back from Utah, I cannot get myself on track with any sort of like routine or anything. I'm listless. I don't have any energy. I'm tired all the time. I just don't want to do anything. I'm just like, I just want to lay around all day. And you know what? Today, I didn't just lay around. I played with my toddler. We played a lot today. We did like tickle fighting, and we played doctor, and we played all these different things. And that was fine, but there are so many things I need to do, and I just cannot get myself together to do them. I just feel tired all the time. And I'm always like, okay, tonight I'll go to bed earlier, and then tomorrow I won't feel so tired. But it doesn't matter what time I go to bed. Even if I go to bed early, I still feel so exhausted during the day. And so I don't know what my problem is, but I mean, it's not depression. I'm not depressed. It's just been hard. You know what? I think it's probably the cold mixed with trying to get back into the swing of things, like getting Charlotte back into school and all that stuff. I actually, by a stroke of good luck, I have some free time to myself tomorrow, which is kind of rare. And I don't know what to do with it. I was like, maybe I should stream. Oh, well, maybe I should stream the Frozen Wilds final thing, you know? But then I'm like, well, maybe I should just do that on Discord at night. I don't know. I'm not really sure. Yeah, DJ, this is my Ain Raw Philac. You know what? I didn't even purchase this one. I was given this by my stepmother-in-law, and I love it. It's like one of my favorite hoodies. I guess that's true. I don't really feel sad, but I'm really having a hard time getting back into like routine. I don't want to do anything. I just want to sit. But well, I do want to do some things, but it's mostly, I think a lot of it has to do with the cold. I don't want to go out in it. I don't want to drive in it. I don't want to do anything in it. And I'm just like, I'll put that off until next week when it's warmer. But like, it's not a good, yeah, maybe it is seasonal depression. I'm not really sure. Hey, it's Jane. Depression is anger without all the enthusiasm. I don't feel angry. I just feel tired. I feel so tired. I don't know, but I wanted to read you guys something. So I finished this book that I've been reading, and we were discussing this yesterday. Let's see if I can find this. Is there any way to go back to like your highlights? If you've highlighted a Kindle book that has been... Oh, yeah. Okay. So yesterday we were talking about morally gray characters, and we were talking. Did I say hi to you, Landrider? I'm so sorry. I've had that quite a bit, but mine relates more to some bad habits that I'm trying to break. Definitely can be stressful. I haven't been exercising, which I know is part of it, but I haven't been exercising because it's freezing cold outside, and I hate just standing in my living room and doing YouTube videos. I should do it, and there's really no excuse, but I haven't. And so I never went walking or anything like that when I was in Utah because I didn't bring the right gear. It was too cold. And I've just really fallen out of routine. And when I got home, I was like, I'm so excited. I have so many things I want to do. But then the temperature plummeted and I was like, I don't want to do any of that crap. I want to just lay in my bed and play video games and wrap up under a warm blanket. So yesterday, we were talking about morally gray characters, and we were talking about Severus Snape, and we were talking about another character. Who was it? We could stand in our living rooms and be in Kalula Corner watching the same video. We could have a movie night. Who else were we talking about fictionally? We were talking about Snape, and then we were talking about someone else. Gollum. Was it Gollum? I think it was Gollum. And then, of course, there were other characters like Davy Jones from Pirates of the Caribbean. Well, I mean, he's kind of obviously a bad guy. Or there's Silence from Horizon Zero Dawn, where you're kind of like, I don't really know what your deal is, man. And you're right, Mud, you're right. Gollum started the discussion. And so this book has been a memoir of someone that had this so I looked up recommendations for books after I finished the book. Jack Sparrow. After I finished the book Educated, it touched something deep inside me about that person's struggle that was so raw. And I've never had a struggle like that. I didn't grow up in an abusive family. I didn't grow up in any sort of poverty. We could usually afford the things that we wanted. My parents actually probably went into a lot of debt to give us things, which they probably shouldn't have. My childhood was a great childhood. Yes, I had a mom that was kind of emotionally manipulative at times and tended to kind of bottle things up and then like explode at my dad later. But I didn't know that as a kid, and I didn't witness that as a kid. So I grew up without any trauma or anything like that. But I had friends that had parents that would fight all the time or would throw things in the house. And I remember a friend of mine telling me that her dad almost hit her. And that was scary to me. That was so scary. And so anyway, this book, and you can take this for what it's worth. And I understand that this might kind of sort of be a little bit of a hot button person, and you can take this for what it's worth. But I was recommended this. I went on Reddit and was like, I was looking for books like Educated, about the woman that was raised in a family that was very, very extreme Christian. They were members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, but they were totally anti-government, anti-school, anti-hospitals, anti-medicine, anti-pretty much everything. Her dad was totally crazy. And so I was recommended the book Hillbilly Elegy, which is the memoir of J.D. Vance, who is now, as of yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever, our vice president. He grew up in Ohio, and he had quite a rough life. And I reached the end of the book today, and it's been a fascinating look into a world that I know nothing about. And this quote stuck out to me. How much of our lives, good and bad, should we credit to our personal decisions, and how much is it just the inheritance of our culture, our families, and our parents who have failed their children? How much is mom's life her own fault? Where does blame stop and sympathy begin? And it made me think of these morally gray characters that we've been talking about. When you look at Severus Snape, where does like the blame stop and the sympathy begin? Where do we draw that line to be like, yeah, he was a horrible person and he treated these children terribly, that he was a teacher. He was supposed to be a safe person for them in school, but he also had trauma as a child, and he obviously grew up in an abusive household, whether it was physical or it was emotional, we don't know. But Harry, when he uses occlumency, is able to see a little bit into Snape's past and sees him cowering in a corner as a mother is screaming or a father is screaming or whatever. So we can obviously deduce that he came from an abusive family. Now, Smeagol, we don't know. We have no idea what Smeagol's life was like before that I mean, well, I don't know. I haven't read the books in a really long time, but it just caught me off guard. It was just a really interesting thought because it's true. Like, I think it is possible to feel sympathy for somebody, but also be like, I feel a lot of sympathy for you, but there comes a time where you have to make a choice. You have to make a decision that you're either going to be better than what you were raised with, or you're going to fall right back into it and let the cycle continue. And in Snape's case, he didn't really rise above. Yes, he did something heroic, but at the cost of tormenting Harry and Hermione and all the Gryffindors for years, just because he was bitter and he was angry and he basically, was this lovesick kind of spurned man, right? But he was making those bad decisions early on. He joined the Death Eaters early on, even when he and Lily were still friends. So, I mean, he made his choices and then he paid for them dearly. And yes, he kind of sort of came out as a hero, and Harry like named a son after him, which that's fine. But we have to kind of look at like, all right, well, how much of his choices were based on how he was raised and how much we can also do the same thing for Draco Malfoy. We can look at Draco and be like, okay, so where do we start blaming? And then when do we start feeling sympathy? Because Draco was molded by his world. And yes, he was a mean, bad kid, but at the same time, would he have been that mean bad kid if his parents had not been snobby, nasty people? So do all Slytherin have unresolved childhood traumas? I don't know. That's a great question. And this is what makes these characters so great, because they are written in a way that it's not just clean cut. It's not just, oh yes, that person is the good guy and this person is the bad guy. I remember reading a book, I believe it's called... crap. Now I can't remember what it's called, but it's the first book of the First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie. I thought it was a Western. It's a high fantasy. Did not realize that, because I like to go into books as blind as possible. And so I really enjoyed it. I listened to all three. I thought it was great. And every single character in that book is morally gray. It's really hard to tell who's good and who's bad, but you kind of end up like feeling relatively attached to all of them and wanting all of them to like rise above, even when they make stupid decisions. You're like, well, that was dumb. But at the same time, that's so much more realistic than a person like Harry Potter, who, is great. And he was written to be this kid who takes the right choice instead of the easy choice. But that's really hard for a lot of people. So morally gray characters are so interesting to pick apart and talk about. And it just goes to show you that they're written really well when we can sit here and have these discussions and be like, well, what made Snape the way that he was? Why would he have done that? Why? I mean, he was a lonely, bullied kid, right? And he probably found, I watched my brother be bullied for so long. Now, my brother didn't choose to go to a crappy, horrible group like the Death Eaters. But, that definitely shaped his childhood. It definitely shaped a lot of his choices. And they were still choices, but because of how he was treated and how he was bullied by kids his age and all that stuff, that really, really shaped a lot of the choices he made. And so, it's anyway, that line in that book just really stood out to me after what we talked about yesterday, because I do believe that it's possible to have sympathy for somebody, but also be like, but you're also making really bad choices. And I can't support those bad choices. I can support you to the best that I can, but he explains multiple times, because his mom was addicted to narcotics and she was a nurse and she was stealing narcotics from her work and all this stuff, and was just constantly in and out of addiction and rehab. And his life was a revolving doors of father figures that came and went and came and went and came and went. And he was witnessing domestic abuse when he was younger and all sorts of crazy things. And, he says somewhere in the book that apologies were never, he didn't see apologies as apologies. He saw them as a way to get you to put your guard down so that you could really turn the knife. And what a challenging thing for someone to have to navigate, especially as a child. And so, you think to yourself, but at the same time, you think I know plenty of people. I have a good friend that came from an abusive household that has really been able to rise above and do some amazing things and be successful in her life. And she will fully admit to me all the mistakes she's made and how she continues to make some dumb mistakes with the people she chooses to date or, you know, some of the different things. And she refuses to just blame other people and say, well, this happened and my aunt did this to me and blah, blah, blah. And that takes a whole lot of guts. She takes responsibility for all her choices, because she explained to me once, they're still choices and I still made those choices. And I paid for I had to face the consequences because I made the choices. Anyway, Breaking Bad is the ultimate nobody is a good guy story. You know, we watched the first 2 episodes of Breaking Bad and it was not for us. It was too dark and it really kind of freaked me out. I didn't really like it, but man, I've heard that it's one of the best written shows on television, and I've always been kind of curious about it. But like Alejandro says, the fact that they're flawed makes them more likely to be relatable, and it can be really frustrating to find when you read about a villain. It can be so frustrating, but this is a good frustrating, and this means it's good writing. When you identify with the villain, because it's easy to be like, yeah, they're a bad guy if they just constantly just do really awful things for no reason. Like, what was his name in Puss in Boots: The Last Wish? Jack Horner. He was like, I had a great life growing up. Like, my family was successful and I never had any issues, and I'm just bad because I want to be bad. That's infuriating because it's like, well, okay, why? But the villains that really stick with you are the ones that you can actually see yourself in and be like, oh crap, what would I do in that situation? Yeah, he was hilarious. But like, they're even like, why are you like this? And I think he's like, well, when I was younger, I used to do this. And then they're like, no, you weren't. And he suddenly is like, oh yeah, no, my parents ran a successful business and I was perfectly fine or whatever. But his lines were great. And his voice actor was so great. His voice actor was, I can't remember what his name is. He's that comedian. He is the only one that could have done Jack Horner that way. A person's bad choice is not a bad person, and politics makes us forget that worse than anything. Thank you for saying that, Shane, because I 100% agree. This is what I tell my children. Whenever they do something that I consider bad, I always get down on their level and I always say, listen, Mama loves you. She does not love the choice you made, but she loves you. And I always make a point to tell them that the choice they made wasn't a good one, but that they are good. Because you can absolutely make a bad choice and still be a good person. We all do it. Nobody's perfect. We all do that. We all have made bad choices in our lives. And some people just listen to the worst of the voices in their head instead of, you know, the better ones. John Mulaney, thank you. I couldn't remember who it was, but he went on Hot Ones, and every Hot Wing he was like, yeah, this just sucks. Like, this just sucks. It's called I think it's called the First Law trilogy. I thought Hillbilly Elegy was very good. It was fascinating, and it was the same kind of raw reading that Educated was, because even though I've never seen anybody be pulled out of their house by police officers wearing almost nothing but a bathrobe, screaming at their husband and chucking pots and pans. I've never witnessed that with my own eyes, but there are families and there are neighborhoods where that is regular in this country right now. The First Law. Yes. Yeah, look, your mouth is blue. I don't remember which one. I think the first one is called The Blade Itself, but that does not sound familiar. But I loved it. I thought it was great. I thought it was a Western, and it was high fantasy, and it was really good. I really, really liked it. And he also did Spidey Pig. Oh yeah. He did. I remember that. I've seen my dating choices. I make horrible choices at times. Yeah, we all make all of us make bad choices, and we hopefully we grow from those choices. But there are some situations where the choices, I mean, when you look at kids, kids have no control over their world. And so when they're born into a family that is poor or that has narcotic abuse that runs rampant through all the family members, or alcoholism or whatever, like, that's not the kid's fault. And so there's, when kids are forced to face things like that, you'd think that parents could kind of get it together for their kids. But when there's just generations and generations of abuse and alcoholism and, these poor families that are all living in these little neighborhoods together because wealthier neighborhoods don't want Section 8 housing because they're like, well, we want Section 8 housing. We just don't want it anywhere near us. And I'm not saying either one is right or wrong. I'm just saying that these little poor communities come together and create these pockets where it's just total insanity inside that pocket. And those kids are doomed. And some of them can get out of it and some of them can't and don't. And it's really, really sad. It's happening in our country right now, in all across so many different states and things. And so that is why we need to be kind. And that's why we need to lift others up where we can, because you just never know. You just never know what's going on. Grandpa, thank you so much. I'm sorry. I had to finish my thought before I got derailed. 2 years? Really? That means it's been 2 years since I've played BioShock. I don't know any songs from BioShock. Oh, you know what I was just thinking of today? You know that song from Sesame Street? Song ever. It's like the most wholesome song ever. That's the Sesame Street song. What's the main Sesame Street song? All I have in my head is the DuckTales theme song. It's not DuckTales. It's sing a song, keep it simple to last your whole life long. Don't worry that it's not good enough for anyone else to hear. Just sing a song. I can't remember the beginning of, I cannot remember the beginning of Sesame Street. All I can think of, life is like a hurricane, but that's not it. What is the beginning? It'll come to me at some point. Okay. Yeah, we'll chat, Alcondros, because I don't remember. I'm sorry. Okay, wait. Not liking Gravity Falls is more than just a bad choice. I mean, the reality is, it was just, yeah, down to Sesame Street. Yeah, I remember that part. Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay, that's right. I remember. The world's okay now. The world is back to normal. I recommend the book if you're looking for something that is nonfiction, that is kind of a gritty look at, like, I mean, it's a memoir. But I thought Hillbilly Elegy was a pretty stark, amazing look at a world that I really know nothing about. And it doesn't, I didn't feel like it ever really became preachy. It was just like, this is what I witnessed, and these are the things that are working against these people, and no law is really going to fix it. It really has to come from the people in those communities. They have to make these choices to turn their lives around and to not allow that generational trauma to continue. It has to stop with somebody. And my ex-sister-in-law has a lot of generational trauma, and a lot of that contributed, not all, but a lot, some of it contributed to the fact that she and my brother are no longer together. But ultimately, you do kind of have to reach a point where someone along the line has to break the chain, right? And so in JD Vance's case, he was able to attend college, which is something not a lot of kids from his hometown did. And not only that, he was able to go to law school, which totally not a lot of kids from his hometown or even that area, even that city, were able to do. And there are definitely things in place to help, like kids in really low income situations go to school, but the problem is most of them are either pregnant by the time they're before they're even graduated high school, or they're already into drugs, or they're already into all these different things. And his book talks a lot about his grandma and grandpa, who basically saved his life because his mom was not a good mom. And so his grandma and grandpa really pretty much saved his life in their own crazy hillbilly way, because they were totally crazy. The stories that he tells about his grandma were like bananas. But after reading Educated and reading this very raw, stark look at somebody that had grown up in this really extreme situation, I tried to read a couple fictional books after that, and it just wasn't doing it for me. I was like, I want something else that's kind of like that. And so that's the one that I landed on. And it was really good. I really, really liked it. Yeah, I could not figure out this Sesame Street. Couldn't figure it out. Gosh dang it. Gee dang. We had a NIMBY issue near our old house. City was trying to do a tiny home community for homeless. Turns out the homeless were gang members with no permanent address, and the location was less than a mile from an elementary school. Oh, and the supporters were the business people profiting off the real estate downtown. Yeah, and you know, like it's interesting because communities like that can be fiercely loyal, but their loyalties and their rules are just different than the rest of the world. It was like the worst thing you could possibly do was insult somebody's mom. But if you like, what was it? Okay, this is going to be kind of a, oh, are you kidding? Dude, I loved Fraggle Rock. Loved it. Wasn't there like a talking garbage heap or something? Now I can't really remember. I remember Fraggle Rock. Like I remember that, but I think there was like a talking trash heap or something. When you only have Section 8 houses in one area, it just breeds chaos. But statistically speaking, when you take kids from lower income families that come from situations like that, and you actually integrate them with kids that do not struggle with like poverty or like domestic abuse or things like that, the kids that come from those, they actually rise up because they're surrounded by people who lift them up and who help them become better. But when you just stuff everybody down in these little crazy chaotic pockets, as JD Vance calls them, these little hillbilly pockets, his words, not mine, nobody succeeds because everybody just is constantly failing because everybody is just having all these troubles, and nobody can pull themselves together because there's no support. There's no help. I never, you know what? I don't really remember watching Muppet Babies. And obviously I can't speak because I've never been in that situation. I'm simply going off of what I read. Yeah. Okay, we have 3 biomes at this point, right? 3 biomes. Biomes. Okay. Little Mothman. Little Mothman. Little bug. I'm actually normally not a nonfiction reader, but I did read one nonfiction book that absolutely blew my mind. Oh. Did I come from that direction? It's John! Yeah! 3 whole biomes. Where am I going? I feel like, oh, no, that launched me over here. Okay, I went the wrong direction then. I should have gone this way. Yeah, see, this is what happens. I stop playing and then I'm like, where was I? I do feel like I'm kind of ready to be done with Horizon Zero Dawn though, because I have a lot of things I need to do and I will not get them done with that game. I just won't get it done. I'm not willing to prioritize gameplay over. I'm just not willing. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So I need to, and that's probably part of my problem too, is that I've been playing and staying up too late and then I'm tired the next day. It does need more Lego bricks, man. Good old Legos. Okay, come this way, my fine little friend. There are some dudes outside putting new internet in and Stixel is losing her G-dang mind. She's having a hard time. I brought her over to the window to just watch them work, and she was trembling. She was terrified. And I was like, he's literally standing there on his phone. He was across the street from us, just standing there. And she was like, and I was like, whoa, man, jeez, calm down. Is this gonna like launch it? Oh, I understand. Okay. I don't think my villain in my book is very, I don't know. She's pretty kind of your classic, like quintessential, like, she's a bad lady. I tried really hard to kind of, I don't know. Give me that orb. Thanks. I don't think she's a great villain, but like, they're definitely worse. You know what I'm saying? Atlantis? I loved Atlantis. Atlantis was great. Was it like the best Disney movie? I didn't think it was the best one, but I do wish Disney had done more movies like it. Listen, though, can we just all appreciate that Milo, played by, what's his face? Michael J. Fox, definitely won. Because he got the girl at the end. Like, there's no contest. Oh, that looks sketchy, frightening. That is going to take my orb away from me. It's gonna suck it up. Watch. Yeah. Oh. Treasure Planet was also very good. I like Treasure Planet a lot. I don't know which one I liked better, to be totally honest. Okay, hurry, 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 hurry. Oh, what? I just really loved that animation style. I don't know. I feel like Disney has struggled a lot over the last couple of years. Nothing that has really been released that I've really been into as far as Disney goes. It's just everything. And I was just listening to a video the other day while I was out walking about, I think I mentioned this before. People have now gone, writers have now gone so far to try and make these strong female leads because we've got this big uprising of like, women are strong and can do all the same things men can, which is totally true. But you don't have to, but don't, if you're going to write a strong female lead, don't just write her to be a strong female lead. Have her have struggles, have her have to earn her powers, have her have to, like, there are good, strong female leads, and then there are dumb, strong female leads. And I hadn't seen any of the things the guy was talking about in the movie, but what he said made sense. He said, you know, apparently in the live action Mulan, it was like, she just apparently, like in the cartoon, she had to work for what she had to come up with different ways to figure things out. She had to use her brain and she had to work. She was obviously one of the weakest ones in that army and she had to work really hard to get to the point where she was able, you know, she was part of that army. But apparently, I haven't seen the live action, but apparently in the live action, she's just kind of like already good and was just like amazing and there was no growth involved. Nobody wants to see a protagonist not grow. That's not fun. That's not a, it was based on a myth? I don't know. I loved the art style. It was great. Hurry! Ah! That's not, that, I don't know how to. How dare you? The cartoon deviated so far from the myth. Interesting. I never saw it. All I know is I definitely feel that way about, like with Wish, Disney's Wish, I was like, okay, I don't even feel, and even with Raya and the Last Dragon, I was like, I don't feel connected to this protagonist. I don't feel behind, I did connect with Rapunzel. I could see Rapunzel's growth and I could see her struggle and I could see her overcome her crazy non-mom, you know? She was a strong character. and she took charge of things and she was adventurous and she, you know, I thought Tangled was good. Wish felt a lot emptier than that. I'm not even really sure why. It just didn't feel the same. I just didn't, the main character in Wish, I was just like, you caused this, all of this. You were like, hey, why don't you just grant everybody's wishes all the time? Just grant them all. And the king was like, I don't think that's a very good idea. And she was like, what? And then she flew off the handle and everything was terrible. She was the one that caused all the problems in the first place. Anyway, it was just dumb. I don't know. Pixar's supposed to be coming out with this Elio movie. I have no idea how, I don't know. I saw ads for it and I thought it looked cute, but people are skeptical. Oh, Donny Osmond was great. Well, not only did it have Donny Osmond, but it also had, what's his name? BD Wong. Yeah, good times. This is dumb. I'm gonna be stuck here this whole stream. I know, Toy Story 297. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you just gotta let things go, man. I've already tried this and it doesn't work. Okay, Susie, use your brain. More Tom Hanks. I mean, I love Tom Hanks. I really do. But they wrapped everything up so nicely in Toy Story 3, and then they just kept going, and there was really no rhyme or reason behind it. Like, well, money. What else? Was that where, Katie, were you talking about the animator that did both Treasure Planet and Atlantis? It was the same one, right? Because they were very similar. But monies. I know. I feel like what does this do? Oh. Oh, that's the way I came down. Oh my gosh, I can still use that little guy. I think so. Maybe. I saw this path. Yeah. Oh, yeah. If he sits right there. Okay. I think I understand. Also, it's Scarecrow. I'll say this every time. Toy Story 4 really touched me. They're all greenest because Monies. I remember you saying that. Yes. And that's fine. You know, different movies speak to different people, and I think that's fine. I did not love Toy Story 4 as much as... Okay, check this out. Oh, yeah. You're gonna be my friend. You got a friend. No! Oh, we're gonna try this again! Yeah, music just got louder. Yeah! Oh. That's right. We did it. Just gotta use the old noggin. Boop. Take that. Oh, it's a good thing I did. Just thought about it the last second. Toy Story 4 has Keanu Reeves. That is true. I never saw Hellboy. Hellboy? Hellboy? Oh. You got a friend in... Oh, no. Also, Cage's clip of me yelling with the ghost voice mod was perfection. It was so great. Okay. Check that out. Now, people won't be confused when stuff happens when I post things on my VOD or YouTube or whatever. Oh, I see him. He's over there. We'll meet again. Don't know where, don't know when. Okay, what's your job? What's this's job? This thing. Oh, this probably goes down. Wait, what? Okay, so that goes up for... It's gonna carry it somewhere for me, probably. I would imagine. Shrek 5 goes west. You know what? I don't love Shrek. I loved Shrek when I first watched it, but it has not held up for me. Okay, where are you going? Oh. Well, where? Oh, he's just gonna keep growing back there. Oh my gosh, I understand. I didn't realize, I didn't see this back here. He puts that down on the thing, and then the thing, yeah, okay. Oh, that's just gonna keep happening. Sorry, my dude. Get out of my swamp. I didn't really love Shrek. Oh no, but oh, I see it over there. I was gonna say, I need one. I liked Shrek the first time I watched it, maybe the first couple times I watched it. It has not held up to me over the years. What? Oh, he keeps grabbing it. Okay, okay, okay. I have a thought. It's annoying. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I think I have a thought, because it's going to take him a minute. Okay, yeah, that's how you do it. And then I can go grab the... Okay. Does anyone else love the art style and idea and merchandise of Nightmare Before Christmas, but not actually like to rewatch it? Oh, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. I love the art style of the actual movie. Boop. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Wasn't so bad. Music. This is a very inside looking area. Oh. Those are little moths, moth dudes like me, but they're not alive. They are... You know what? I never saw Corpse Bride. I've never seen it. I should watch it. I think it's free on YouTube at this point. I should watch it, and I just haven't. Okay. So we need 3 orbs. Where are they? Is one inside the other? No. They're both in here. Okay. Yeah, I never watched Corpse Bride. If it wasn't the face of edgy Disney adults. I mean, I don't really blame them for selling that merchandise as much as they do, because now all the kids that grew up with it have grown up and have their own money. Because I was like, why is it that I've only started seeing Nightmare Before Christmas decorations for Christmas and Halloween just in the last like 5 years? And it's because they never had decorations of them when I was a kid. And it's because we've all grown up and now we have our own money. And that's what we want to buy, apparently. All right. If buying a movie is not owning it, then pirating is not stealing. I read a quote from somebody somewhere that said something like, it said something like, piracy is not, it's not meant for, oh, what was it? It was something like, people don't pirate to steal. They pirate so they have access to their stuff wherever and whenever they want it, which is 100%, I 100% agree. I don't want to just buy, I don't want to have one copy of a movie that I can only watch on one certain app on one certain device. I want to be able to access my stuff wherever I go because I purchased that stuff. I should be able to watch it whenever I want on whatever device I'm on, whatever TV I'm on, whatever phone I'm using. Yeah, so you buy the disc and then you rip it. So you buy it and then you rip it. I need to do that with all my DVDs. I can just use Handbrake to do that, right? But don't you need like a separate library to do that? Okay, it's 302. Yeah, it's 54 outside, you guys. That is warm for the last couple days. The original copyrights gave the right to have one additional copy to use along with the original. Yeah, I bought all those DVDs fair and square. I should be able to put them on a phone or in a, oh, okay. We've got like multiple places we can go. Oh, we need a My Little Droney. Okay. My little droney, my little droney. Ah, my little droney. I used to wonder what friendship should be. Whoa. Oh, no. Dang it. It's 37 here, which is better than the 11. Yeah, it said it felt like 7 degrees this morning when we got to Charlotte to school, and I was like, I am so sorry. Oh, I didn't realize I was connected. Okay. I would be, but we would both be dead when it happens, or not. Discord may have added sound emojis. I don't know. Okay, interesting. What's that? Up there. I think that's a little, oh, maybe not. Oh. Run. I don't know where I'm running. Oh, I guess Oh, it didn't even come out here. Where did it come out? Oh, biscuits. Dang. Oh. Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I cannot keep straight where the heck I'm supposed to be going. Okay. Okay, cool. Man, USB-C. Why is everything USB now, though? Like, you buy like a little fiber optic Christmas tree and it's USB. Why? Why is that? Why is those things? I don't understand. Why does everything hook into USB? Why can't we just do plugs? I've got outlets in my walls right now. And I mean, I guess I also have USB plugs, but like, why? There's a U in USB for a reason. Okay, what does this do? That probably makes that thing go. Yeah. Oh, I understand. You stay there. I'm gonna launch you. Okay, I can get down there, right? Yeah, see, so I just saw an ad for something. So I feel like almost every single outlet in my house is behind something. And maybe you guys, I mean, I know that that's a pretty regular thing, but like, I understand that when you build a house, it's not like you can just anticipate exactly where, I think you need to stay down there, my dude. It's not like you can anticipate exactly where people need outlets. But in Auden's room, every single outlet is covered by her bed, by her dresser, by her changing table, whatever. And so I found a thing on Amazon that's like a flat, you know, it's a flat extension cord, but then it has like a block that has 4 outlets and 2 USB ports. And I was like, that's what I need. I don't need a long extension cord. I just need a small extension cord that will allow me to push something up against it and then allows me to move the outlet somewhere else. You have to have an outlet every so far per building codes. It's easier for a manufacturer to craft for USB, and then the different countries have their own adapters. Everything's USB. Okay, if we come... I think I know what I'm doing. Maybe not. I don't know. Wait, but what's the point of this bridge then? Oh, I understand what the point of the bridge is. So I can get up that other side. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Like, I was just talking to Katie about this last night. I was like, because she can't really watch the stream much because she's working, so she's mostly just listening to it. I'm like, well, then when you play this game, you are going to also be struggling through all this because I can't explain my ideas. All I can do is be like, yeah, the... Can I not put that? Oh, no, that needs a little guy. Okay. I love that little guy. Nope. We're gonna go up. Yep. Yeah. And then this, like, takes it in, right? Yeah. He goes in there and does his thing. Are you bad? Whoa. Okay, I don't know what any of that was for. Oh. It was for that, apparently. Okay. So I'm going to need to buy some of those because I just need the outlet to be like a foot away. Like I can't get to any outlet. It's either behind a bed or whatever. And it's so frustrating. And either way, I have so many. And I think my other issue is I have so many like power strips, but the power strips have those plugs that stick way far out. I need the power strips that have the flat plug so I can plug it in and then push something up against it. That's the case with the plugs behind our bed frame. That's the case behind the plugs in, case of the plugs behind Charlotte's bed, Auden's bed, our couch, everything. And now I have to buy all new power strips, even though I have a ton of power strips, but they all have like the regular plug that sticks out. I need the flat plugs. Wow, that was definitely something. Okay. Time to go this way. Time to check my daughter's bus to see where she is. Do not want to go stand out there in like for the 25 minutes. It's only 50, but it's still cold. Oh. You know what? I think they added a new stop. I think they merged buses. And I think she's gonna get home later now. Interesting. Okay. Because this is what happened last time, and I was out there waiting forever, and then Charlotte was like, well, apparently they've, like, they've merged our bus route with another bus or something, and so we're gonna be this late all the time. And I was like, oh. Okay. So I just have to keep my eye on this bus. And I was like, that would have been really helpful to know before I came out here, leaving an audience to play Words on Stream for 20 minutes. Woo! Like, each one of those power strips with the flat plug is like $23. Okay. Wait, what does that do? Okay, we can't go up there yet then. Got it. I was gonna say, we're gonna get a little dude at some point. We must. Although, hang on. Can I, like, drop this on him from the top of the bridge? No. Oh, I think I understand. I think I'm supposed to lead him over the bridge first. Oh, maybe. If he'll let me. He's gonna follow me, though. No, 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 no. Oh, I don't even have to... Oh, yes, I... Oh, no, I don't. That doesn't make the bridge go... Okay. My brain. Okay, come on, buddy. Yeah, you come this way. Come here. It's okay. You just come here. Okay, he's gonna stay right there. Uh-huh. Yeah. And then... Wait. Wait. Words on Stream is popular enough game that some streamers devote their entire stream to it, so it's not like it's harsh. That's true. I have noticed sometimes when I've actually been paying attention to viewer count, sometimes my viewer count will jump when I'm on Words on Stream, and I'm like, oh, if you love it, great. I love that for you. Oh, I understand. I understand. I think I understand. Wait, what? What? Oh, he's gonna, oh, biscuits. He's got, oh, son of a gun. I mean, you're cute and you're loyal. That's nice, but like, I need you to go somewhere else. He wouldn't follow me between those two barriers. Why? Interesting. He follows at a distance. At a distance. That is something my mom would absolutely do. My mom was always coming up with song. Everything I said, my mom could come up with a song for it. Or it's not at a distance, it's from a distance. Sorry. From a distance. He's... Okay, wait. Whomst? Okay, I'll let you know. I'm not there yet, but I'm like, oh, wait, I didn't mean to do that. My question is, like, who is supposed to be on the thing down there? Is it supposed to be me? Or is it supposed to be him? Because if I put him on the thing, I haven't needed a hint yet. I'm proud of that. I was very proud of one of the puzzles I figured out yesterday. Can I, like, call him over? Is it me? Am I the drama? No. No. Okay. I need something to be... I need something to walk onto that thing late. Oh, okay. Now they're coming to our neighborhood. Well, apparently Charlotte's bus gets here just a little bit later now, so that's going to be a thing. It's usually me. Excuse me. If it's anyone, it's me. You guys talking about being dramatic? I don't feel like anybody here is dramatic. I can think of one or two people that do like to dredge up a little bit of drama just for the sake of just arguing. And I'm not that kind of person. It's never reached a point where it's really annoyed me, but I can think of a couple people. As far as I know, neither of them are here right now, but I can definitely think of a couple people that I'm like, why are we arguing about this? Just for the sake of arguing? We don't have to argue about everything. He won't come through here. Why? Not that that helps me. I mean, it kind of doesn't help me, actually. Although... Trekie's like, it's me. Hi. Oh, no, they're going down that way. Okay, all right. So, but Charlotte's bus isn't going to get here till like 3:30 now. Poor thing. Okay. I know I can figure this out. I just have to think about it. The problem is I need something on that little pressure plate after I'm already up here. But in order... Oh, this is where he came from. Oh, and I can't even get over that thing without the orb. How fast is he? I can kind of beat him, can't I? Will he come up here? He knows where I am, right? Wow, this one's tough. That's how I feel. I know I can figure this out. I just have to. I hope you guys don't. Oh, what is over here? Oh. I hope you don't mind that I'm just kind of sitting here, like, thinking about it. No, that's not exciting, but, like, I feel like I can do... I feel like I can figure this out. It's almost time to go get Sissy Bubs. Did I not hold that down long enough? Okay. Are you thinking of taking a 5-minute argument or a course? Well, what's the cost? It's £1 for a 5-minute argument and £8 for a course of 10. Some people, I have learned, some people just want to argue just for the sake of arguing. They just want to argue because they just want to make sure, you know, even if they're not for the other side of the argument, they just want to make sure you know there's another side of the argument. And I'm like, well, of course I know there's another side of the argument. I don't even know why we're having this conversation. I don't want to sit here and argue. It's not, some people are just arguers and I am just not. I am 100% the type of person, just like the other day. Was unloading the dishwasher and I found something, and this is such a mild, dumb example, but I found something that I know I had put in the dishwasher earlier. And I was like, I put this in the dishwasher. And Andrew goes, no, you didn't. And I was like, yes, I did. I put this in the dishwasher earlier. I remember putting it in here. How did it come out of the dishwasher and how's it? And Andrew was like, you never put that in the dishwasher. And I was like, yes, I did. I know I did. I loaded the dishwasher yesterday morning. But you know what? It's fine. It doesn't matter. Here it is in the sink. So I'll put it back in the dishwasher. Like, it's not worth arguing. It's not worth being like, no, but I am right. In my head, I was like, I know I'm right, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Thank you guys, as always, for your patience when it comes to me going to grab Charlotte. Apparently, her bus now comes later. So I'm going to have to change that alarm. I also wish they would fill in the missing. I wish they would tell us what words we missed because yeah, like I want to know what word I missed, man. I think you guys only had one that was missing in that one. This is, hold on. Wait a minute. Can you go in here? No. Okay, I'm gonna ask a question. I don't want this to spoil, but I am gonna ask a question to Mud mostly, who watched Control Freak play this. Am I supposed to get up to that area through here? Or is there something I'm missing? Ma'am. For the love. We loved on you all morning. I even played with you. Thanks for the lurk, Gail. Appreciate my lurkers. Love my lurkers. Ma'am, this is a Wendy's. How did I get here? That is a good question. I don't remember how I got here. Did I get here from here? I can't remember. I can't even remember what that was. Stixel just immediately went outside. Woo! Woo, 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 woo. That's it. I can't go in these, right? No. This one is really blowing my mind. How did I get here? Well, that's kind of a deep question. That'll require more space than is available on Twitch. Oh, in the game? Oh, I don't know. No idea. Oh, calamity. Heaven forbid you only get
30 minutes.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right. Ooh, that means I need to change Audins too.
That's
okay.
The price of having it at 4.
Okay, will you actually bring her in here? Actually, hold on. Auden drew all over herself earlier today. He won't come through that. Which is odd. Can I go in that? No. I have to change your time limit, babe.
Is it done on my phone?
Mm-hmm. Do you guys know Dora the Explorer is like a computer character? Like, apparently at the beginning of Dora the Explorer, you go into a computer. And she's like supposed to be Internet Explorer or something. I did not know this. And like swipe or no swiping, like Firefox. I think Ander told me that, and I was like, no, really? Clippy is the MVP VIP goat. Okay, Bubs, here you go. Dora has stopped responding. I love this oh, if I can find it, I'll post it on the Discord. It's like Firefox. No, it's Chrome. And he's going, what are we? And then there are multiple internet browsers. And Firefox and Safari, I think, are like internet browsers. And Explorer's quiet. And then he's like, what do we want? And they say, faster speeds. And then after all that, Internet Explorer's like, internet browsers. So accurate. It's Dead Mods. Nerd thus. We are nerd thus. I'm feeling very nerdy is not the term that I'm feeling, but like I am feeling very stupid right now. I cannot figure out how to do this puzzle, but I don't want to hint yet because I know I can figure this out. I was on fire yesterday and I was able to do, oh, that's what it is. It's Edge. Yeah. Explorer, Edge, whatever. Internet, if I can find it. It's so funny. I kind of, like, I don't understand why that little critter guy won't go through the first barrier, even when it's open. And I can't figure out, because I need this orb to get across the bridge, but I also need the orb to make him move, and so I can't. Wait a minute. Am I supposed to go through that way? Or am I supposed to find a way to make these things go down? Because these will make steps. I use Firefox because I was told Chrome is very CPU heavy or like resource heavy. And so I don't use Chrome. Unless it's that switch that makes these things turn into a ramp instead, or stairs or whatever. It eats RAM. Okay, yeah, I'd heard something along those lines. So I don't use Chrome. Ander uses Chrome, and my mom used Chrome, but I just found it. I was like, Firefox does the same thing. And it doesn't have all my information from Google. Now, what's irritating is that bridge doesn't appear when you're below it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would have that little dude. Well, no, because he follows me directly. He doesn't just follow my direction. He follows behind me. So if I walk, even if I go down the stairs, he goes down the stairs with me. What is this? Does that do something? Is that important? I'm sure Chrome is stealing all my info and giving it to the government, but like, what are they going to do with me Googling Stardew Valley secrets? See, there's no, so like this is what I would have thought. Unless I can put this down here for reasons unknown. No, I can't. This is what doesn't make sense. It's like, I need this orb to cross the bridge, but there's no way for me to like put it down on top of him while I'm up above. But like now I'm here and now I need him to move, but I can't because I have to give him the orb. I really don't want to ask for help. I want to figure this out on my own, but I do not know what I'm doing here. Cage says, I don't even use Chrome on my computer much. I primarily use my phone for stuff, which is Safari. Yeah, I use my phone. There's certain things that are just laptop things, though. Like, buying airline tickets on a phone just seems like a crime. Oh, it's where I landed. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. See, this is my question. Am I supposed to find a way through here right now? Or am I supposed to find a way... here? Okay, that's the path. I can't put this down anywhere unless there's an actual, like, pedestal for it. Oh! I can go under it? How does that help me? I feel like that helps me somehow. Does it help me? Can't tell. Maybe that doesn't... Oh. I can also go under here? Okay, cool. Not sure why that... I thought... Oh, I don't know what I thought. Oh, crap. I feel like I was onto something there for a second, but no, I'm not. Okay, now I have another question. If I... How do people make puzzles like this? I am smooth brain when it comes to this. Okay, so if I like... Oh. Okay, he stops right there, which is unclear why. No! Dang it. I was hoping I could, like, trick him to follow me this way, but he won't. He has to be on the same level as me. Darn you, little loyal orb carrier. Okay, I have a question. For those of you that have never played this before, so this isn't including Mud, who has watched it / maybe played it. For those of you that have never played it before, do you guys see the solution and I'm just blind? Or are we all like on the same page of being like, wow, yeah, I don't understand how this is supposed to work. And is it only me? Is there like a mechanic I'm missing? Or like a... Yeah, that's fair. So this is where I landed, right here. Oh, yeah, because that's that, like, platform thing. Do you guys see the solution? Great! That's what we'll do! It's an awkward pause. May I offer you some context in these trying times? I'm trying to get the bug thingy to move across the... Well... My solutions to these types of puzzles is always the same. Reach for the bird. That's what she does. She just stares at the screen for like 5 seconds. It's a long time for your cartoon to just stop and stare at you expectantly. I don't know what's worse. Her waiting for an answer or actually answering her. I think we're the green thingy. I know. There's a green thingy. No! You're supposed to fall. Why do you have to be on the same level as me? Why? I need 2 orbs. Like, I need 2 of them. Okay, now you can come over here. Come here, boy. Come here. Come on. You can do it. This is what I was afraid of. I was afraid of getting stuck. I don't want to hint. I want to do it myself, but I'm so frustrated because it doesn't make any sense. Can I chuck this and shatter it? No. It doesn't make sense because in order for me to even get right here, I need... I have an idea. I don't know if this is gonna work. A thought occurs. Come on. Okay, okay, you guys ready? I don't know if this is actually gonna work. Yeah! Woo! I did it! Oh, what a rush! Oh my gosh, that was so good. Yeah! Oh my gosh, I'm so proud. Yeah! I feel good. No. So proud. Oh. Oh, okay. Yeah, all of a sudden I was like, I need the orb for both things, for both of them. So proud. Oh, do I get another? Oh, I have the thing. Oh, that's right. He didn't disappear. He just fell. Okay. Yeah. We did it! Landrider says, had to go to class, but only worries on the not saying hi at first. Yeah, I saw you at the beginning. I thought I said, I'm so sorry. I hate missing people in chat. It always makes me feel so bad. Y'all, there is nothing quite like figuring out a puzzle like that with your own brain. We did it! Yes! Weird stingray thingy for the win. Feel good about that. Feel good about that. I did it! Woo! Oh. Wait a minute. We need a drone thingy. We need a My Little Droney. I think I'm supposed to go through the things up there. But I can't actually bring this guy through the things up there. These things right here. Is this where I'm supposed to? Wait, what? Okay, on to puzzle. Oh, nope, I see it. I was gonna say, on to puzzle number 3. Nope. And in this corner, we have puzzle number 3. Okay. Oh, that meant to be no. I assumed. What is this situation? Is that my dude? Okay. Okay. I assume. Okay, what does this do? Yeah, dude, if y'all would have told me that the answer to that, I would have been like, oh, nadoy. Oh, see, this is easier though, because I can literally just take this little guy. Oh wait, no, I can't. Okay, hold on. May have spoken too soon. This can go here. What? Okay. I may have spoken too soon. So if I like... Can I drop it as I'm like flying? Oh, flying? Oh, I understand. You got to drop it on him here. And then as he walks over that thing to get to you. I see. This is so crazy. This is so different than both Inside and Limbo, man. Boop. Yeah, come over here, buddy. Oh! What? That didn't do anything. Oh, I get it. All right, I'm sorry. I understand now. I understand. Ooh, I love these puzzles, man. I know I've said that so many times before, but they're so good. I love them. Okay, I know what I need to do. Ooh, okay, I gotta keep my eyes on like 3 things at one time. Can you not put a strainer in the sink and dump them into the strainer? I think you can. What's this? It's one thing to like... Okay. I do love this game. Okay. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, ready? Yeah! Oh, that one wasn't so bad. Oh, well, wait. I need my fella, though. Wait, what? How do I get... How... Oh, shoot. I thought I just needed the orb for that, but I don't. I need him for that. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Sweet. Susie, I texted my roommates and told them about thawing meat out at room temperature, and guess what Christina did today? Thawed it out at room temperature. Okay, so when I was in Utah, my stepmom took ground hamburger that was already cooked, but she took ground hamburger and put it out on the countertop to thaw. And I was like, pretty sure you're not supposed to defrost meat that way. I don't remember if I told her that, but I was like, I took a food handler's permit class. Although, quick question, is it different if it's cooked or not cooked? I I don't know, but I don't think it really makes, I don't think so. I think thawing anything at room temperature is problematic because that's what allows certain bacteria to grow rapidly. And so my stepdad used to do this too. He would take a frozen pound of ground beef out and then just put it on the countertop and just let it sit all day long until it was time for him to cook it for dinner. And I remember finding it on the countertop one time. I mentioned having her do that and you said no, and we started talking about it. Wait, having her do that and you said no, and we started talking about it. Oh. What did she do then? So my stepdad would just leave the hamburger, like the frozen, uncooked hamburger out on the counter. And one time I found it out on the counter and I put it back in the freezer because I thought it had been forgotten. I thought somebody had forgotten to leave it out. And then like an hour later, he came into the kitchen and was like, where did that pound of ground hamburger go or ground beef go? And I said, oh, I thought it was in the, I thought I put it out. And I said, oh, I thought somebody forgot that. You can't thaw meat like that on the countertop because it can grow bacteria. And he laughed and scoffed at me and was like, I've been thawing food out like that for years. I left it out for a reason. And he kind of laughed, but he was very clearly annoyed with me. And he was like, I'm going to do this again. And he took another frozen thing out and put it on the countertop. And I was like, dude, I don't want anybody to get food poisoning. And he goes, I've been doing this for years and I've never gotten food poisoning, which I think is a lie. And so I took this food handler's permit class before I worked for Quiznos subs or whatever. Quiznos subs. And they said the number one, thawing in the fridge takes 7 to 10 business days. Agreed. So I do it in the microwave. I take the 7 to 10 business days. I take the frozen pound of hamburger or ground beef and I put it in the microwave. Then I put it on defrost. So it defrosts over like 6 minutes or 7 minutes or something like that. And once again, in Utah, the same thing. Like when I did that food handlers class, it said the number one cause of food poisoning in food establishments is the uneven or how did I word it in the text message to Katie? It was like shoot, now I forget. How did I word it in that text message to her? Improper food heating and cooling, leaving things out for too long or defrosting them or letting them sit at room temperature. Hey, it's Marquet. Oh my gosh, so good to see you. You're right. You can eat raw cookie dough. Totally right. Totally right. I know that's a thing. Although there's kind of a difference between eating cookie dough that you've just mixed up or taking cookie dough and putting it in a fridge and like putting it in the fridge for a couple days and then eating it later, I guess. I don't know. Either way, I always defrost things in the microwave. I never, ever, ever. I either do plan ahead sometimes and I'm able to put it in the fridge so that it defrosts over time, or I just defrosted in the microwave because that food handlers class freaked me out. It said that was the number one reason for food poisoning. I always thought it was undercooked food. Absolutely not. Number one reason was leaving things out to either defrost or just sitting at room temperature for too long. And so when I saw my stepmom do it, I mentioned it to Katie and I was like, why does this older generation just freaking leave frozen meat out on the counter? That's so unsanitary. And Katie was like, my roommate does that. And I was like, what? No, that is not how you defrost food. That's not how you defrost frozen meat. And Katie said, well, my roommate, Christina, she took a food handler's permit class. And I was like, well, she wasn't paying attention then because the number one cause, she's a huge germaphobe. So I was shocked. I was like, that is the number one way to have your food grow bacteria. So I was like, maybe I'm the crazy one. So we didn't look it up at the time, but this morning I put frozen bacon in my fridge because I ran out of bacon this morning and I had a new package that was frozen. So I put it in I put it out on the counter and then I was like, this feels weird. I don't like it. And so I decided to Google it and it says, not that Google is Google. I mean, Google is Google, but it says, perishable foods should never be thawed on the counter or in hot water and must not be left at room temperature for more than 2 hours. So I sent that to Katie and Katie was like, that's bananas. My roommate's been doing that for like her whole life. And she's the biggest germaphobe I know. And I was like, well, I do not. Hey, and it's Fan. Yeah, like, I don't know. And like, people can do things how they want. Like, I'm not going to tell anybody, well, you shouldn't do that or whatever, because obviously my stepdad probably, I'm sure my stepdad suffered from food poisoning at some point. Everybody has. But I hate food poisoning so much that when I'm in control of the food I cook, it is not worth the risk. I will just defrost it in the microwave. And that's just me. That's how I've always done things. But it just kind of, so I was just curious. What did Christina do, Cage? But will I eat raw cookie dough? Absolutely. Yes, I will. I ran out of bacon. This is an emergency. It's going really well, Marquet. It's going really well. I am playing a puzzle game. I don't know if you ever played the game Inside or Limbo, both of which are great puzzle games. This is made by the same devs, and it is so different, but it is so great. And so far, I haven't had to ask for any help. This last puzzle, though, took me a while, like a good long while. She didn't do anything, just put some cooked chicken on the counter. That's so childish. Can't be wrong. Some people have a really, really hard time admitting they were wrong. Some people's pride is just so much that they just can't admit they were wrong. We had a big kerfuffle when I started dating my husband. He left pizza out on the counter overnight and was gonna eat it? But I threw it away. He was super shocked when he stopped getting upset tummy all the time after I moved in. I was like, yeah, because you're not eating oh my gosh. It's Uber. Like, shocker. You can't, no, you cannot eat pizza that's just been sitting out overnight. Absolutely not. Oh my gosh, no. Yeah, I have suffered from some really intense food poisoning in my life. Like, to the point where I should have probably gone to the hospital. Ander had food poisoning to a point where I actually had to take him to the hospital because he was so dehydrated and he couldn't keep anything down and he was scared. I could see he was like legitimately frightened. I can see my little eyes. Ah! Oh my gosh, you are large in stature. Wow, I hate that so much. You can't eat pizza if it's been sitting out all overnight. Not with that attitude. Oh my gosh. That's like, yeah, dude, that's no different than eating like spaghetti that's been left out overnight or something. No. I mean, there are rules. Like, there are certain times that you can leave things out of the fridge or whatever. I am so careful with how long I leave things. Those things look like spider eyes and I don't like it at all. We just saw some massive spidery fella. Madam, I don't know. Like, there are rules when it comes to food prep and when it comes to making sure your food stays. Now, I've heard lots of things about, well, you're not supposed to eat refrigerated rice after the first 24 hours or whatever. And we eat refrigerated rice up to a couple days after we've made it in the fridge. And I haven't noticed any problems. But then again, like, I don't know. I've never been like, maybe it was that rice I ate, you know, if I got kind of an upset stomach or something. But when it comes to like meat preparation and thawing and stuff, no. Food poisoning is so awful. When you have food poisoning, like really bad food poisoning, this sounds really crazy, but like, I want to die. It's awful. It's so awful. And it's dangerous. You can become so dehydrated. So no, we do not mess around with stuff like that. Yeah, food out overnight? No, nope. Unless it is something that I know is fine overnight, you know, I would say like a bread, but bread gets hard if you leave it out overnight. So obviously not, but like we put everything in the fridge. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Even being a guy myself, that blows my mind. It's like, duh, either put it in the fridge or the freezer. leftover pizza overnight. Wolf, you're a saint. Why do you think you've been getting an upset stomach this whole time? What the heck is wrong with you? Put your pizza in the fridge. And everybody knows that like warm pizza is obviously better than cold pizza, but like room temperature pizza? Ugh, no. Ugh. Yeah, it was like a scorpantula. I don't know. If it's dairy, veggies, or meat, and it's been out for more than 3 hours, I throw it out. Yep, 100%. 100%. We have left like avocados out because we'll buy them from the store and they'll be kind of hard. And so they're kind of like, oh, these need to ripen a little bit. So we'll leave those out. Or like there's fruit, you know, you can put out like bananas or whatever and leave those out. But like most veggies we put in the fridge. Beck Gamers. I just realized that was probably the best way to pronounce that. Thank you so much for following my channel. It's every time somebody like I get a new name, I'm like, oh. Gamers. Am I gonna pronounce this wrong? Am I gonna butcher this? Am I gonna offend somebody because I pronounced this wrong? Huh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, you have to. Yeah, we are 100% with like expiration dates. If it is the day past the expiration date, absolutely not. Gets thrown out. No way. I will not. And I'm one of those that's like, smell this. Nander will smell it and be like, it smells fine. It's usually the milk because I don't drink milk and I think milk tastes kind of gross anyway. So I'm like, I can't tell if it's good or bad because it's just gross. And Nander's like, no, you would know if it was bad. Okay, wait, is it Beck Gamers or is it BK Gamers? I love the gamers. That's very great. That's true. Fruit you can leave out for a while to help it ripen. But if it's the other three things, I do my best never to leave it out. Yeah, or you listed, I do my best to never leave it out. Yeah, no, dairy should never be left out for too long. And eggs aren't, it always makes me laugh that eggs are considered dairy when they're not dairy. You know what I mean? Like in the grocery store, it'll be like dairy. There's this big picture of eggs. No, but I guess eggs are protein, right? So kind of go along with like, you shouldn't leave eggs out for long, like your meat. And there's like cooked meat versus uncooked meat. Like I know they're kind of different times. I just don't leave anything out for long periods of time because from Uzbekistan. So it is Beck Gamers. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love that. Ander got the worst bout of food poisoning I've ever seen him get in our married life when he ate a bunch of homemade pork pot stickers that we made, ourselves. Well, I said that. Homemade pork pot stickers. And we left them out for a little bit too long. We just didn't get them in the fridge fast enough. And I was pregnant. I was in my second trimester. So I had already gone through my whole first 16 weeks of feeling constantly nauseous. I was finally over that. And I remember one night, it was like a Friday night, Ander had a tournament the next day. And, okay, but wait, can I like access these? No, I can't. Okay. And he had a tournament the next day that was like an hour and a half away. And we were going to have just leftover pot stickers because we were like, whatever, that's easy. We don't need to cook anything. And I ate one bite out of one of those pot stickers and I was like, these do not taste very good. I don't want these. And I just had some like cereal. And I was perfectly happy to do that. And Ander was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Nom, 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 nom. And he ate like 13 rancid pot stickers. And so I just remember the next morning he woke me up. I was sleeping with earplugs in. And I remember he woke me up and I couldn't understand what he was saying. Oh, that looks sketchy. Magic 8 ball. But I had my earplugs in because his alarm went off really early. And all I remember was him shaking me awake and going, and I was like, what? And he was like, and then I finally pulled one earplug out and I said, what are you talking about? And he goes, I have food poisoning. I'm not doing the tournament. And of course, my like motherly kind of nurture-y type instinct kicked in. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do for you? And he was like, no, I just want to die. And he went out to lay on the couch. It was awful. It was so awful. And I just remember I'm not going to go into detail because it was so awful, but but I do remember after he like finished. Oh, that's a symbol. Oh my gosh, I just realized that. It's which one is it? It's this one right here. How do I activate the other ones? Huh? Wow, this place is creepy. I don't like this place. But I couldn't resist. After, I think it was the next day after he was kind of sort of like the worst of it was over. I just remember being like, you know, this is what morning sickness feels like. And he goes, oh my gosh, I know. I've been thinking about you all day. You had 16 straight weeks of this. I don't know how you did it. And I was like, I mean, I didn't really have a choice, but. Oh, this just shows, okay. So like, which one is the first one? Oh, I already screwed it up. Okay. I thought they were connected, but they weren't. So we're just gonna do all this and put them all down. Yeah, poisonous pot stickers. I was like, how did you eat so many of them when they tasted bad? He was like, I didn't. So now he trusts me over anything. If he's like, does this smell weird to you? And if I'm like, yeah, it does kind of smell weird, tosses it. He's like, I couldn't tell when the pot stickers were bad. You are the person that is saving our family from food poisoning. I'm like, great. That's great. Uzbek game. Ooze. Oh, ooze like Uzbekistan. Okay. You're right. I'm sorry. I completely... Bacteria doubles every 20 minutes on left out meat. BT. Spouting facts. I'm telling you. Don't do it, kids. Don't leave meat out on the table. Don't do it. Don't leave it out on the counter. Food poisoning is awful. It's so awful. It's not worth it. Oh. 7 to 10 business days. It's true. It takes a really long time. I kind of got into a little bit of trouble. Oh, there's my drone, my little droney. I got into a little bit of trouble. Not trouble per se, but a couple years ago, our church congregation was doing this Christmas party. And we were the church congregation, like the budget was providing meat for everybody to just cook at their houses and then just bring. And we were providing all these turkeys. And this is when my husband was the bishop of the congregation. And I found out the lady that was basically giving out all the turkeys was like, just let it defrost in your garage for 2 days. And I was like, what? You can't just let a frozen turkey sit in your garage for 2 days. Everybody's gonna get food poisoning. I didn't eat any of the turkey. Because she was like, oh, that's how we always do it. And I was like, I don't think so. And granted, with the turkey, it's harder because how do you defrost an entire turkey? My mom used to do it in the bathtub. But this Google says you shouldn't. I've defrosted bacon, packages of bacon in hot water before, but I've only done it for like 10 minutes. I'll let it sit in the hot water for like 10 minutes and then I immediately cook it. But my mom used to defrost turkeys in the bathtub. Yeah. So anyway, I was like, I told Andrew, I was like, dude, I hate to say this, but like, we may have some food poisoning problems with the word party, with the church congregation's like party, because like you can't just defrost. Oh, I didn't realize that was a ramp. It's too dark. I was like, you can't just leave turkeys in your garage for 2 days. That's a recipe for food poisoning. And Andrew was like, ooh, okay. So it kind of caused this thing because I felt like, and she's kind of a friend of mine and I didn't want her to feel like I was attacking her. But at the same time, I was like, we can't have the whole congregation come down with food poisoning because of improper food practices. Ugh, it was kind of dicey. It says cold if you use water. Well, yeah, so that makes sense. If your garage is like a fridge, then that does make sense. But in Texas, it is not that cold for it to be. Okay, so I'm supposed to go in here with my little droney? Yeah, okay, I remember now. Yeah, if you want to poison your own family, then by all means. But a family, like a church gathering where you have hundreds of people that are going to show up, I did not eat the turkey. And I remember being so worried and actually asking, like checking up on people later and being like, did anybody get sick? Because I just had a feeling somebody was going to come away with food poisoning. As far as I know, nobody did, but I've had to hot water defrost turkeys before. It's not the same as leaving it out at 50. Yeah, that's what it is. You put it in. I've defrosted packages of bacon in cold water, like really cold water, for like 10 minutes. 5 minutes on one side, fill it up with more cold water, 5 minutes on the other side. And then it's just malleable enough for me to peel it off and cook it. And then I put the rest of it in the fridge. But I've never, I don't think I've done, but yeah, you can put turkeys in like hot water, but not just like tepid water. You have to keep it hot. Once the water, once the water reaches room temperature, you need to refill it with hot water or whatever again. This is a hill I will die on. Gosh dang it. I took that food handling class. Not for nothing. I had to sit there and take that food handler's permit. Charlotte? Are you okay? Just heard a... Yeah, you gotta change... Oh, I heard this big... Bam. You gotta change the water out. Make sure that the temperature either stays hot or stays cold or whatever. But it's not like I'm defrosting bacon for like... I'm not leaving it in the sink in water for like an hour. I'm leaving it in there for like 10, 15 minutes. And then I take it out, cook it, and put the rest... You know, whatever I need, and then put the rest of it in the fridge. But... So yeah, when my sister was like, yeah, my roommate, the person that is the biggest germaphobe I know. Are we at a boss fight? I didn't mean to go up. I shouldn't have gone up that bridge. I was like, what? Maybe? Oh yeah, that is a boss arena. For sure. Scorpiantula. Tyrampian. This game is a fever dream.
Are we being watched by people? The floor is sticky. Oh, son of a biscuit. What happened? Ooh. Oh, but I get drones. Maybe. What is my goal here? I do not understand. I do not understand what my goal is. I'm carrying this thing on my back. What do I do? Ooh, these glasses really need to be washed. Oh me, oh my. Okay. So like, oh! Wait, hold on. Oh my goodness. I can like... Okay, that is fine, I guess. Woo! But I cannot lift off if there is stuff on the ground. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, I missed it! Oh my goodness. Okay. You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? Okay, ready, Freddy? Boom! All right, we got our little dronies. This is very exciting. I do not like the way this boss fight is heading. No siree. I cannot walk around on the sticky organ floor. It looks like organs. No, it looks like a bunch of hot dogs. That's what it looks like. It is a giant spider scorpion. Oh, I'm supposed to hit it. Oh, no! Oh, and the floor is sticky, all of it. Okay. Oh, my lands. Okay. Word to the wise. do not just run straight into him or her, because they'll just grab you and send you back here. Hot dogs. They're Florgans! Oh. No, I was trying to hit it. I was trying to run straight smack bang into it, but you know what I've realized? These boss fights, there is no direct way to hit them. You always have to use, like, your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Using our environment. Okay, let's try this again with the Florgans.
Hold on. Am I supposed to do this right now? I think I am. Yep, because I don't get an orb. Okay. All right. Just making sure I was in the right place. I mean, I thought I was, but I guess we don't have to do that whole thing again. Oh, it's waiting. Yep, sure enough. Why would you hit my Florgans? Okay, I gotta wait around for dronies. My little dronies. Oh, oh, this is gold. There's some gold action over here. I do not know what that gold action means, but it's something. Oh, my lands. Oh, it got stuck, it did. Wow, that thing is horrifying. Oh, let me take a drink of water. No, not Dr. Pepper. I'm almost out of it. No. There's number one. I am, oh, my timer's off. I am hydrating my Florgans. Okay. What buttons am I pushing? Oh, the wrong ones. Oh, the wrong ones again. What is the button that I'm pushing? Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. That's fine. Oh, wait, right. Okay, come on over here, my friend. Yeah. I'm so angry right now. Okay. Please don't miss. Oh my gosh, for the oh, it's losing legs. Okay. We can do this. It's totally fine. Everything is fine. Oh, do those hurt you? Oh no. Oh, you get caught up in them. Oh, I understand. Oh, bad situation. Oh my gosh, dang it! Shoot. Okay, ask Sissy for them, will you please? Holiday tunes? What does that even mean? It's been so long since I've heard some of these. Jingle bells, jingles little tiny bells. Jing and you will see how much fun you can have. It's my my dad sings that from what does he say? Jingle bells, something about a brand new Chevrolet. I don't know. Insane autotune, I bet. Are there like little jinglies in the background? Maybe that's with Elf. Hey, what's going on in there, y'all? If kettles were more common in the US, would food poisoning go from wrongly defrosted turkeys go down? Okay. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. When I get all, what is it, steamed up here. Oh, that was stupid. I pushed the button, but it didn't work. Yeah, apparently she's just like, and I was like, okay, but were you going to get her more pretzels? And Charlotte said, yeah, I was just finishing something on my phone really fast. This is why 3-year-olds are monsters. It's a struggle. The struggle is very real. I need some lip balm. My lips are dry. I thought kettles were for tea, not turkey. No, like cattle. They're monsters at the end of the books, to be sure. Who? Toddlers? Yeah, kind of. She was kind of like standing off on the side. She was standing off, kind of leaning up against Charlotte's door, and she looked really sad. And I was just like, you can't have any more pretzels. You just chucked the bowl at your sister. That was not cool, man. We don't throw things at people. We don't throw things at Mama. We don't throw things at Stixel. We don't throw things at Sissy. Oh! Under the leg. Under the leg. Oh. Oh, thanks for moving out of the way of my camera so I could actually see what I was doing. That was awesome. So kind of you. I don't understand these waves. Am I supposed to go over them? Oh, I went really far that time. Okay, where's the golden one? There it is. Okay. Oh, it's over there. Okay. This is crazy! Oh, shoot. Can I make it over there? I think I can. Boom. Okay. You can fly over them and not get caught. Okay. That's what I was thinking. I was like, I just gotta time it better. Wow, this thing is freaking bananas. Oh, I'm gonna get stuck. Maybe not. Where is the gold one? There it is. Okay. Is he gonna have a phase 2? How are they balancing? That is a great question. Okay. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, I hate that design. I hate that design so much. That is so weird. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, they do dissipate after a while. Okay. Oh, where is the golden one? Where is it? One more hit and I think he's down. Oh. Oh. Okay. Oh! Oh no! I missed it! I failed! Oh my gosh! We're gonna do it! Yeah! Okay. Oh, that was so close. Wait a minute. I thought he was... Gosh dang it, it was so close. Okay. All right, we can do this. Oh! And it's 4:30. I'm gonna have to sign off after this. Sword art is here. Well, he wouldn't like, oh, I guess I just needed to like hang out on that thing because when he's only one-legged, he doesn't just, I don't know what I'm trying to say. You got to get him to actually, it's not just him walking on it. It's like him putting he has to do like a special move. You know what I'm saying? I have an itch. Oh, wow. I do not like you. Where's the gold one? Oh my gosh. I think I can go 2 at a time. Or like 2 spots. I can go farther than I think. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I do not like you at all. I need a gold one. Yeah, he's got to do that like, he's got to make a sound first. But that's tricky, man. That is tricky. That sound. He's got to get mad and all riled up first. Okay. Okay, we're almost there. Ooh, that was close. Worlds are monsters. That's what he's got it. Oh, maybe not. That's what he has to do. He has to do that like... Yeah. Okay, that's what we got to get him to do. He does 2 regular hits, and then he does like a wiggle jump. Ooh, so that takes like mathing. Okay. Okay. Yeah, like that. Boom! This is it, right? Yeah. Whew. Sweet, we did it. Fantastic. Florgans. One shot, first try. Just kidding. Dude, guys, I love this game. This game is so good. It's so unique. It's so wild. It's like a fever dream for sure. But it's so fun. I really, really like it. I'm very grateful to my brother who gifted it to me for Christmas. Okay, so that's cool. I don't know what this is. Do I bring this over here? Oh, what? Oh, there's something like this. There's a thing like that in the... It's either in the green world or the orange world. I can't remember, but it's one of those two. And I remember being like, well, can't do anything about that right now. What an interesting... This game is a breath of fresh air because it's so different. I mean, it's a puzzle game, yes, but it's so different than any other puzzle game I've ever played. Like the power-ups and the things that it's just crazy. So I can't use this anymore, right? Oh, it doesn't like make it a thing. Got him. I got him. Such a blessing. Okay, we're gonna do that. I know there's a spot like that in one of the other worlds. I can't remember which one it is, but it's there. I remember that. Well, I'm obviously gonna try, but it's not gonna... Okay, yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to, like, bounce it. It's like Cocoon Pong! Okay... Has something to do with this switch. Yay for mirrors! Clean mirrors. Okay, I feel like that was... Okay. No, that was not the right thing to do. Am I supposed to, like... Oh. Cocoon Pong. Is that like what you played while becoming a butterfly? Yeah, that's what they do. Inside their little cocoons. There's no way for me to make that... I understand. So the first game I ever played that utilized puzzles, like... It's really common in puzzle games to be like, okay, the puzzle has to be figured out on this screen. But actually, that's not true. You can, like... This is all one screen, but you're moving through, you know what I mean? You're moving through it. there was a game called Braid that I still have never beaten. And I was too impatient. I was like, this takes too long. This is frustrating. I'd never played a puzzle game quite like it before. But there was this puzzle where you're traversing through something like side-scrolling. And then when I came to a puzzle at the end of that room, I could not figure, whoa, he is large. He just took my 2 biomes. Or my 3 biomes. Rude. But it wasn't, I couldn't, I had to look up I was too impatient and I wasn't ready for a game like that. I'd never played a game like that before. And I was too impatient. So I looked up how to do this puzzle and it was like, I had misunderstood that whole room was all connected. You know what I mean? That whole room was connected. Yes, the puzzle was over here, but there was aspects of the room that I had moved through that I'd forgotten about. And I just never put together that like the puzzle's solution wouldn't be in that one area that I was in. I just didn't think about that. And it kind of changed the way I looked at puzzle games. I've never gone back to play it. I've wanted to. I know it's been released on the Nintendo Switch now. I have it on PS3, but my PS3 is sad and is a pain to hook up to a capture card. So I may just end up having to buy it for the Switch anyway. But that was one of the very first like really challenging puzzle games I ever played. And it was like, I couldn't even do it. I was just too impatient. But this is where I'm going to have to... Oh. Interesting. This is where I'm going to have to leave it for today. And I don't stream on Thursdays, so I'll be back on Friday. Does this like equal a... Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh, it worked. Ooh, but that's not enough time for me to get up there. I gotta do this. I gotta go 1, 2. Oh, crap. I gotta go. Whoa, nope. Okay, okay, okay. Dang it. I know how to do it. I know how to do it, but this is where I have to sign off anyway because it's 4:30. Uber says, that was Portal 2 for me. The later parts of the game, I had to actually look up tutorials to beat the game. Portal, I went through Portal most of it on my own, but I did get some help from chat here and there. But my greatest claim to puzzle game fame, oh, that's a mouthful, is I beat the entirety of Limbo by myself. And I never looked anything up, and I was so proud of myself because Limbo is challenging. It's really challenging. I do feel like, though, regardless of whatever you play first, you either play Limbo first and then you play Inside, or if you play both games, you have to obviously play one first. And you either play... Like, I played Limbo first, and then I played Inside later, and I found that whichever one you play first really helps you with the next one. The first one you play is always the more challenging one because you don't know how the puzzles work and you don't know how the devs' brains work, and, you know, but Limbo and Inside are pretty similar as far as their puzzle designs go, so I struggled through Limbo, and I did it on my own. I never looked anything up, and I'm super proud of myself for that, but I feel like playing Limbo made Inside slightly easier to do, whereas my sister did the opposite. She played Inside, struggled through Inside, and then when she played Limbo, she didn't feel like Limbo was quite as hard. But you're reading my book right now? Oh, that's so sweet. Every night before I go to bed, as I'm laying in bed and I'm laying there on my pillow, I always start brainstorming and thinking about my second story and where I want to take it. And I have such writer's block. I just don't know how to. And I'm so terrified about being right and being like realistic that it's really holding me back, because really it's the world of my own creation. So anything could really happen as long as I have the plot line and like the world to back it up. But I'm terrified I'm going to somehow write something that people are going to be like, that would never happen. You know what I mean? Like nothing, it would never happen. Anyway. Well, you guys are all, super awesome people, and I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you guys being here, and I appreciate you guys, your patience, with me not only having to mom while I was, oh yeah, absolutely. I just don't know exactly when to do that. And you know what? I do think I'm going to have to move my, I think I'm going to have to move roundtable discussions to Saturdays, because Sundays are hard. And the one Sunday I don't have extra meetings, it's kind of like I really should probably be spending it with my family instead of locking myself in this room. And the girls are going to do screens on a Saturday anyway. So I feel like I'm going to have to kind of reconsider, like re-look at everything on for our next roundtable discussion. I would like to get together for brainstorming as far as writing goes, because I need that. But I'm just worried that I'm somehow going to write something that people are going to be like, that's ridiculous. That would never happen. I want it to be as realistic as possible. But at the same time, I'm limited by my own world and how things work in this world. But it's also a fictional book. So it's like, okay, but this could not happen. And I'm absolutely paralyzed by it. I'm so afraid I'm going to get something wrong. So Portal 1, Uber was able to beat. But once you beat Cave Johnson's portion of Portal 2, it gets a lot more complicated. I loved Portal. I know there will always be people like that, and it's been so long since I have most of the story in my head. I just don't know how to get from the beginning to kind of the exciting stuff. You know what I mean? Like there's some exposition and some stuff that needs to happen in the first few chapters, but I don't want to be too slow because I don't want readers to lose interest, but I also do need I need to move the story along, right? There's certain things that need to happen. And I can't figure out how to like make it work. Landrider says, I'm part of a fiction writing Discord. I've been able to find and give some amazing ideas for the story we helped proofread. Less nitty gritty detail can work in your favor sometimes. So the audience infers stuff about how the world would work. Someday I'll need a proofreader. Someday I'll need a beta reader, or a handful of them. Anyway, but yes, I would like to get together and brainstorm some ideas, but obviously there will be spoilers. So there's that. But I don't know if I can move forward with the story until I am able to really kind of iron out those details. I know what I want to have happen. I just don't know how to make it happen in a realistic way. And I've really struggled with the beginning of the story of like how like where it should begin from where it ends in the first one. But anyway, so no stream tomorrow. But I'll be back on Friday on Pizza Day. I hope everybody stays warm. Alpha reader, Omega reader. I need an A reader, an O reader, a B reader. And I hope everybody stays warm and safe and has an excellent rest of today and also tomorrow, whatever it is you do with your time. Your time is valuable. You know what? Hold on. Is Control Freak still live? Is he doing another 10-hour stream? Oh, he is! Oh my gosh, we're gonna rate him. Okay, so Control Freak is playing, he's playing Horizon Forbidden West right now, so obviously if you don't want spoilers for Horizon Forbidden West, then there's that. But Control Freak raids me periodically, and I would love to return the favor. So we're gonna raid him, and he's like so cool. Oh, look, there he is. He's been streaming for 5 hours and he is loving Horizon Zero or Horizon Forbidden West. He's totally hooked. So we'll raid him. And yeah, it's been so cold in Texas. It finally got up to 51. It felt like heaven outside when I went to go get Charlotte from the bus, but it's been really cold. It felt like 7 degrees Fahrenheit this morning. Oh, that's cold. So everybody go into the raid. Don't leave. Everybody go into the raid and show some love and give him a little bit of hype, and then you can go. That's totally fine, but stick around because Raids are exciting and they always make the streamer's day. And he's done that for me multiple times. And he's also playing like one of my top 5 games of all time. I can't stick around. And if you can't stick around, that's fine. But you can go in and you can say hi and say, this game is awesome and you're going to love it. He just started it yesterday, but he played for 10 hours yesterday. So, I mean, but he just made it. If you've played Horizon Forbidden West, just today at like noon, he finally made it to like the beginning song, like the beginning credits. So he's still very early in the game. Thanks for the company today and the food safety TED Talk. I appreciate I'm not the only one who is particular about such things. No, you shouldn't be the only one. Like food poisoning is not a joke. It's not a joke. So no way. All right, I'm going to get ready to follow him or to raid him. He is super awesome. So everybody enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for being here. And as always, don't forget that you matter, that you are important to me and to the world around you. And sometimes you may feel like you're not, but don't forget it, because I'm here to tell you that you are important and that you matter. And I appreciate you guys, every single one of you. I love this community so much. So I'm going to get ready to start this raid and it's going to be awesome. And he's playing an awesome game and he's killing big giant machines. And it's, well, maybe not quite giant ones, but he's killing machines and it's going to be great. So I will see all of you guys on Friday. Thank you so much for being here. And I will see all of you guys next time.